Let me ask you a question. How important is recovery for your athletes? Every coach ever will say super important. I talk about it all the time. I tell them they need to sleep, they need to eat, they need to hydrate, they need to recover as much as possible. Then why, as strength coaches, do we champion doing more? Why do we champion more lifting sessions? Why, as coaches, do we program more days when we want them to progress? In this video, I'm going to walk you through why doing more may not be the answer. When we think about recovery, recovery is extremely important. We all know that as coaches. But when it comes to programming, we think doing more training sessions is going to allow them to have a better training experience and get better. But what happens when we do more, we're actually decreasing our recovery time. Think about this. If an athlete trains 7 days a week, let's say they start at 8 a.m., they finish at 10 a.m. From 10 a.m. on Monday to 8 a.m. on Tuesday is how many hours? 22 hours. That means the athlete has 22 hours to recover. Now, if they do that every day, they are on a 22-hour recovery cycle. So, if we think recovery is so important, 22 hours seems like, oh, that's a long time, right? What happens if we condense their training sessions down to 3 days a week? Well, what did we do with the recovery time? So if that's normal Monday training sessions at 8 and they stop at 10, how much time do they have from 10 a.m. on Monday to, let's say, 8 a.m. on Wednesday? What is it? 46 hours of recovery. So now, when we start thinking about recovery, which is a better option? Training 7 days a week or training 3 days a week with 46 hours of recovery compared to 22? As coaches, we have to know how to program effectively and properly to give the athlete the most amount of time to recover. If we're always bombarding them with more training sessions, more lifting sessions, more volume, we have to take into account the ability to recover. And the more training sessions we have, we're decreasing the recovery time. So as coaches, what I want you guys to start thinking about is how little training sessions can I do and get the most out of those training sessions to get the most amount of recovery time. Start programming off of recovery time between training sessions, then looking at frequency as a training session frequency. Look at it as a recovery time frequency. We're looking at the recovery time between high intensity to high intensity lifting or high intensity sport to high intensity sport activities. We have to start reframing the way we look at programming. We have to start looking at recovery time as the programming variable for frequency, not days per week for frequency. And remember, systems drive success. So start building.